Yes, me in the thumbnail. Oh, I want to see his review of Zero.
There
That'll
are
probably be
spoilers in
funny.
this video. Yakuza 0 is a groundbreaking business management and unhinged violence simulator where the player is tasked with the thorough exploration of people's faces using your fists. In this Oriental-inspired entertainment product, it's up to you to beat dastardly criminals nearly to death, manage the economy, manage women as a pimp, do the yogi splinky, great pizza.
That's not entirely accurate. You're not being a pimp. You're a cabaret club host. Or you manage a cabaret club, but it's funny either way.
To the illiterate and so much more. In the backdrop of a murder mystery crime drama incited by rampant real estate speculation, we play as the hard-boiled Yakuza, Kiryu Zabumafu, and Goro Meningitis as they prowl the streets of that weird city from Persona 5. Along the way, doing an excess of justified self-defense mugging to spend their ill-gotten gains on increasingly odd behavior, all in an effort to untangle a sinister power struggle taking place within the Silly Spaghetti People Club, with such esteemed members as the entire cast of Goodfellas and a Sundowner from...
If this under a minute, 54 seconds, isn't enough to make you subscribe to Max0r, I don't know what will. Dude is amazing. He reminds me a lot of one of my closest friends that I don't talk to anymore in high school. Long story that I really don't want to get into. But he reminds me a lot of him, and the dude was fucking hilarious. Fuck, he sounds like him too. Max0r. Bro, dude's amazing. Check out his content. Big ups.
The Metal Goose series. Of course, innocents will be caught in the crossfire. It's an inclusive game, but whether I was on the stage, getting invested in the plot, performing gentrification, or just watching literal in-game pornography, I was always held at the edge of my seat, wondering what could possibly come next. So despite the darkness and absolute certain murder, it maintains a tonal dissonance I can only describe as neck-shattering in a way that is always a breath of fresh air. With all this said and done, I invite you to enjoy the bizarre world of Yakuza 0 and the thrilling experience of its dimensional karaoke.
I love you. No, love me. No.
There is no better place to start than with the various methods we employ to atomize people into their base particles. With 2 playable characters and 8 unique fighting styles, there is always variation. And for the blind people in my audience, Yakuza is a beat-em-up in the most literal sense possible, matching the player against absolute Mongolian hordes of strange characters, such as goons, bikers, your own Yakuza, men in black, and Chinese men. Don't worry, these delicate hands would never kill it.
Yeah, I always appreciated the names they gave the enemies. Like, they just didn't care. It's like, fucking, I don't know, these guys are wearing black, call them the men in black. It's just great.
Anyone unless they don't subscribe. Ring that like button, smash the bell. We attack using a flurry of different, intricate combos to build our primordial rage meter, which we use to cause the real damage in the form of hundreds of completely absurd animations ranging from light jabs to permanent injury and certain death. The beauty in all of this is that, like the beautiful and respectable sounding Japanese language, expulsion of our talent resource is context sensitive, with possibly hundreds of different, entirely unique animations, all dedicated to Kiryu's never-ending war on bones. Are you carrying a giant cone? That's an animation. Are you near a ledge on this one level? Well, not to
the thing you should really appreciate of Yakuza 0's combat is, in the premise of 0, Kiryu, the protagonist of Yakuza for a good standing while, this is before he had a code. So imagine Batman, but he didn't have a code. Batman without a code is a fucking menace. That is Kiryu in Yakuza 0. It's great. Go play it if you have it. It's a great game.
Don't worry. Or maybe you just have a box. Serve that shit up faster than FedEx. Every single takedown is this gratuitously violent. But don't worry, neither of our characters canonically kill anyone. We just give them lifelong disabilities that are worse than death.
Yeah, that
Since
was
I'm
always the
feeling generous,
joke.
Let's talk
That
about
was the fucking inside joke for players, everyone who played this game. It was always, Kiryu doesn't kill anyone. It was rubber bullets. Kiryu doesn't kill anyone. He just puts them to sleep. But like the whole fucking combat is just extremely like violently. That man's not gonna make it through the hospital. He's gonna die.
exactly how. Playing as Kiryu Kazoo, our fighting styles consist of the Brawler, a classic, fast-moving fighting style
Sort of,
focused on
Aaron.
replicating the police experience. Rush Hour, a quick-attacking and dodge-heavy moveset well-suited to cowards. And Monkey Mode, which instantly adds several hundred pounds of muscle mass that you then have to drag around. It's not very good. Switching to our next character, Pirate Captain Goro Majima gives us the funky styles. As a thug, we have a wide range of generic moves and the fucking neck-snapping power. I don't think they're going to get back up. As a breakdancer, yes, a breakdancer, we sacrifice takedowns for style in the most absurd and flashy way possible. And as a slugger, we cheat by pulling out the fucking baseball bat and wield it like nunchucks, letting us hit quite hard and
It's
exploit
so
every
true.
boss in the game. He just can't do anything. On top
It's
of
great.
this, there are two secret fighting styles normally completely inaccessible to the player, and unfortunately, the process for their acquisition is very interesting. One might say physically painful. As early as Chapter 7, you're given the business opportunity of establishing a whore monopoly, and Majima takes it with great enthusiasm to unlock the final.
Man's called it a fucking whore monopoly. No, bro. That's so funny though. He was hiring fucking oh God, as soon as I say hire, it's a fucking defendant. It already sounds bad. So the part of that business is he's hiring women to be part of his cabaret club. Now his cabaret club is only going to consist of female workers because they're trying. It's it's one of those. It's like a strip club. You only go there to be pleasured by the opposite sex. But the cabaret club is a little different. You do. But they buy you a drink and they sit down with you and then serve you a meal. It's like on the rare occasion that strippers actually sit down at the table with you. It's not rare for me. I just got lucky the few times that I went to a strip club. I mean, I'm hot, what can I say? But for other people, I hear it's rare because nobody gets the same experience as I get, apparently. So it's like that. It's like when you get a very attractive woman to sit down with you and enjoy some drinks with you and sit down and eat a meal with you. So whore, you know what? They're seducing you for some big bucks. So yeah. You know what? I can't deny it. Probably whores.
Fighting style, we will have to run our cabaret club well enough to unseat the 5 prostitution daimyo of Japan. It'll be a fun side quest, I told myself, just like Oblivion. That's a fun
Just
game.
like it? No, it's not. Fuck Oblivion. Anyone who says Oblivion is a good game needs to replay Oblivion. That game is fucking shit.
There are many ways to run a high society cabaret club, like abuse, but a true manager of a great establishment has many factors to consider. Contrary to popular belief, all women are different, but like the caste system, all people can be classified. Our objective is to keep the customer as happy as possible by balancing our women's specializations.
Aaron, get the fuck out of my chat. I love you. Please don't. But fuck Oblivion, bro.
Some girls are cute, others are great at conversation, and some are skilled. Akina has a degree in biomedical engineering. Poor patrons, like me, have very low expectations and can be pleased with rubbing rocks together, while wealthy patrons have refined tastes like physical and mental abuse. Every employee has their limits, and it's up to you to stretch them as far as possible. Truly, we are the Bezos of cabaret. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be attending the poor people hunt. Of course, as a proper host, it's up.
It don't matter. The game is shit. You replay that game and you tell me it's fucking good. You won't. Because the quests are broken, the gameplay sucks, the NPCs are probably the best thing about that game. That's it.
To you to attend to every customer, whereupon things go from relaxing to batshit. Every time you wait a table, you'll receive a cryptic hand signal from the girl, which tells you what the customer desires. And if you want to please them, you better remember all of them. What the fuck are you trying to say? I don't know.
It's very hard to look at.
Just
You're
in
right.
case this wasn't painful, every time you go to a new table, the game will throw a fucking flashbang. So over the course of a never-ending grind, I was given the most painful migraine I will ever get in my life. This screen and this music inspire my killing urges. By the way, this game is a beat-em-up, so to conclude our cabaret adventure, our reward is the Mad Dog style, which allows you to wield a knife and sprint at fucking breakneck velocity,
Yeah.
striking your foes like a...
Dude, fucking Mad Dog style by fucking Majima is it's great. If you have never felt badass before in a video game, if you unlock the secret fourth style by Goro Majima, it is hidden. It's very much hidden, but everyone knows how to get it at the same time. But it's not something you obtain naturally. It's something you obtain by completing a certain thing that's not part of the main game. It's a side part of the game where you complete that side part of the game and you unlock that hidden fourth style. That's why it's technically a secret fourth style. And he's absolutely right. It is basically the breaker style, which was showed a little bit earlier. But you have a knife. And that is, well, I'm not sure if he's gonna show it in this video, but I will show you right here, right now. It's on Oblivion is? Don't buy it. Don't fucking buy Oblivion. Save your money. You'll refund it. I'm just saving you time, dude. Zero Mad Dog Shimano unlock. This is the cutscene when you unlock it. Yes. Oh. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's like right. Yeah. Okay, right here. It is fucking magnificent. And if you have not heard the theme song, the battle theme for fucking Mad Dog. Oh. Doggo Shimano theme. I'm going to show you this right now. The track is called Receive You the Subtype. It's so fucking good. I'm gonna paste the link for anyone who is curious to add this to their YouTube mix. I am not gonna listen to the whole thing. I already know it's great. Go listen to it on your own. Anyway, back to Max0r's video.
Cracked up Doberman and unlocking takedowns that straight up kill people. Oh fuck, that looks pretty sharp. Anyways, good luck. Playing with the knife style is absolutely an experience, one that I would never repeat ever again. So when I heard that unlocking the other secret style involved 8 hours of the real estate quest, I promptly had a PTSD attack.
Fuck that meme. Fuck that meme. Bro, that meme got old so fucking fast. I hated every second of it. Because whenever someone would reference, it's not that just that the meme was bad. No one knew what game it was from. Because every time someone referenced, where is Baki Mitai from? Where is Baki Mitai from? Every fucking misinformed individual I want to slap each and every person that said Yakuza 0. It is not from 0. The first Baki Mitai is from 4. Get your shit together. The meme sucks. You suck for fucking telling them the wrong game. The first time it happened was from 4. 0 came after 5. 6 came after 0. And one of my friends is streaming Yakuza 6 right now, so go follow Dual Marrow. But anyway, Yakuza 4 Baki Mitai. This is the first time it ever appeared. And it wasn't even by Kiryu. That's the funniest part. It was by Akiyama. Oh no, that was fucking 5. Where is 4? Oh, was it actually from 5? Oh. Well, either way, it wasn't 0. I was the one spreading that meme. I'm trying to fucking correct people. Go play the fucking other games. I don't know why I'm sharing the fucking karaoke version. This is the original. If I need to approve, it's the original. This came in 2016. This video was released in 2016. You know when Yakuza 0 released in the West? I'm just gonna let you guys guess. I'm just gonna let you guess. When did 0 release in the West? Anyone care to guess? Any participants? Any takers? January 2017. What was this video? When was this released? February 29th. 2016. 2016. 2017. And that's just the fucking... That's the West release. That's the West release, my guy. Now, I'm just talking about the video. When was the Yakuza 5 release date? 2012. 2012. Yeah. That was just a video. The game and the song released way older. Now, there's the West release and then the East release. 0 Eastern release. let me correct myself. Maybe let's say Japanese release. March 2015. Almost the exact year before. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to break a moment to correct motherfuckers, but you know, I'm a big hardcore Yakuza fan. I have to stand up for one of my favorite game series of all time. Where was the fucking video at? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, not that. God damn it. History here.
Kiryu is going to have to do without the poopy farto style. I have a fucking fish to feed. Take my advice. Yakuza 0 has a lot of side content, and if you happen to be a completionist, stay away, or you might just be locked in the Facebook game for 3 days. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be spending the rest of my day betting on domestic violence.
Yeah, that was there was a side activity in 0 where there's an underground fighting arena where it's literally just women dressed in lingerie, and you're participating as a bettor, but you are also interacting on trying to make sure who would win by rock paper scissors. I shit you not. Rock paper scissors, trying to get 2 fucking female wrestlers in fucking lingerie in an underground casino where you're probably betting millions on that shit. If you're not, you're a pussy. I'm sorry, you're a goddamn pussy. It's you're enforcing your win on the bet by rock paper scissors. It is RNG, so there is a little chancy woozy on that, but you will have a night of your life. If this guy Max0r in his brilliant way of sharing 0 with you and my love for the series and the game overall doesn't sell you on buying it, I don't know what else to say. If I had to describe an individual like that in any other way that is not the way I would prefer, you do not have a soul, you probably have AIDS, and will bear no children. By 0.
When I first played this game, I expected brutal combat. I expected silly takedowns, but what I didn't expect was the hour I spent with the claw machine.
I'm having a fucking blast.
I don't think I need to play pool for 3 hours, but they just put it in. And let me tell you, nothing sells the fictional world of Japan better than a good night on the town. So at this point, I started wondering what kind of game I was actually playing. It turns out that Yakuza 0 is a lot like reality. You always need more money, mostly for upgrades where you inject money directly into your arms and collect every vaccine. But secondarily, healthcare never comes free. So every time you take damage, you're gonna have to consume to fill the void inside. Or alternatively, carry thousands of dollars in medicine. There is no limit to juicing. It's no exaggeration to say that Yakuza's difficulty depends entirely on how much of a Sigma male you are. Kiryu might not get any pussy, but he is getting paid. You might think that beating up the homeless is the way to go, but that is for babies. If you want to make the real dough, you'll have to risk it all on gambling.
That was what I was referring to. Right there. Remember when I talked about that underground casino earlier? That woman? Let me move my head out of the way. Yeah. That is a woman in a Japanese swimsuit. You are gambling her, fighting against a dominatrix, possibly, or someone else, in this underground casino. And all you are doing, besides betting currency, is rock, paper, scissors. It's great. It's great. It's great. I could make so many dirty jokes with just that that thing alone. Like, here, I'll give you a fucking reference. I'll give you a freebie. You want to do rock, paper, scissors and watch this girl fucking scissor the fucking Dom over there and row 18 or row 69 side B, side boobies? Go bet. Go play rock, paper, scissors and win fucking millions. All right? The game is great. Go buy Yakuza 0. Go buy it. Go buy it right now. And you will have a large penis. Guaranteed. The Killzo guaranteed. You will have a large penis and hard nipples. It is not a question whether you will or won't. You will.
More specifically, betting on scantily clad women beating each other half to death. And because of the copyright music and interesting visuals, putting this in my video represents me betting my real income. Majima, however, never has money problems because his cabaret pays him several billion yen. The entire plot of the game happens because we're fighting over 1/10 of that. So it's a shame that I lost all of it. Yes, all 10 billion of it, because I was robbed by a man with fucking orangutan strength. This is Mr. Shakedown, and if you ever encounter him, run. It doesn't matter how much you have. It doesn't matter how long you've spent.
I fucking remember because when I played this, I was in like my last year of high school. I was a senior, and I was talking to my friend who knew of the game besides me. He was the only person in the class that knew of it besides me, and I told him one time, it's like, yo, I finally beat Mr. Shakedown. And he was like, nice. And everyone in the class is like, what the fuck? You what? You what, Shakedown? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Or are you fucking selling your butt for dicks? What are you doing? It's like, I'm playing a video game. That's what I'm doing. Gah! Leave me alone. I didn't respond like that. I was kind of like, meh. But I could have. And they would have accepted it more.
Getting it. If you lose to Mr. Shakedown, he will take all 10 billion of it and then disappear to somewhere. So if you want a cent of that back, you better go find him, eventually. That's pretty bad. But like all human suffering, this can become a business opportunity. You see, Mr. Shakedown is actually a form of banking. Whatever amount he robs from you, the game will add 15% more. Meaning, if you're up for the challenge of defeating Harambe, the returns are worth it. At least with this method, your money doesn't vanish into the void. Of course, that isn't always a bad thing. There's a lot of places to spend our money, and most of them are fun. A little too fun, actually. I don't want to have to read the fucking phone book to play some goddamn Chinese solitaire. Tabletop...
Chinese solitaire? Oh, I never had a more brilliant explanation of how Mahjong felt. Chinese solitaire. Oh, that's great.
Simulator, never heard of it. The only game I play is Eels and Escalators. What I'm trying to say is, this is a rabbit hole. A good one. My personal favorite was getting addicted to the bowling minigame and then winning the chicken, who doubles as a financial advisor. Yakuza is not meant to be questioned, and that isn't even the wackiest game. That honor goes to the
If you question Zero, you shouldn't be playing Zero. That's all I can say. If you are uncomfortable with any of the things that happen at Zero, that's an indicator of you will not like the rest of the series.
Dating, which takes the form of a shooter. Yes, like Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's true. It's not as true as Call of Duty, but you will. So let me go back in that frame where he was talking about that.
Yakuza is not meant to be questioned, and that isn't even the wackiest game. That honor goes to the phone dating, which takes the...
Yeah, this is probably the wackiest mini game of the game entirely. So there is a mini game where you are in a call center. Now the call center is basically you're calling other women for to go on a date with, but they okay, let me explain why the imagery is the way it is. Kiryu in Zero is fucking horny. He doesn't display any kind of horniness in the game. But you know he's horny because all of this is in Kiryu's fucking head. This is what he imagines when he talks to women in this mini game. And you get to experience what he thinks with him while he's talking to the women. Dude, I don't play Zero. Play it now. It's great. It's fucking awesome.
Form of a shooter, yes, like Call of Duty.
It's not,
to win
yeah.
a date with the girl of our dreams, we
Not
are going to
as
have
Call
to
of
pick
Duty,
the
but
right
yes.
responses from a wide variety of
Yeah.
options, most of which are insane, like inviting a girl to fight a marsupial. For some reason, women don't like that. But the best possible outings lean heavily on this game's amazing soundtrack, which features a number of beautiful karaoke themes.
Hey! Thank you for the Pornhub sound effect.
Stylish disco tracks, and stellar emotional ballads. I am, of course, talking about the karaoke and the dancing, which are both incredible in their style and creativity. They are so out there, so truthful, and sound so good that I just couldn't get enough of it. In short, they're everything a dance should be. This scene tells me more about Majima than an entire Hideo Kojima script. Kiryu has never killed anyone, but let me tell you, this man knows how to murder a dance floor.
That's another banger. I need the link in the chat. Thank you for reminding me, Max0r. That was one of the nightclub tracks. A great song. Two-minute song, you will have the time of your life. And by the end of it, you'll be screaming, "Come no disco queen." Not as horrendous as I did. But you might be better. You might be the killer of singing. You might be a disco queen.
And yet, that's not even half the fun, because Yakuza 0 contains an array of interesting, meaningful, and necessary side quests, which allow the player to engage in a variety.
Bro, I just saw this character. I want to remind you. People don't actually know. But he was actually based off a real person. Let's see if I can find him again.
And yet, that's not even half the fun, because Yakuza 0 contains an array of interesting, meaningful...
Him right there. If you don't know who that is, I'm about to show you. Aki Dearest, a YouTuber, actually covered his story, so I'm just going to use that as a reference. Yeah, right there. What was he called? Japan's most evil cult. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the description, see what. Okay. It'll probably pop up. Let me just skip through it. I'm just gonna fast forward until I see like a name drop or something. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be a name drop. Cult leader. My respect for that Yakuza person that stabbed a cult member. Instant, yeah. So this guy already knows it's the same person. Once you hear the story and see his face, you realize, yeah, this is based off a real thing. See if I can find what he was called. Japan Colts. 5 scariest cults in Japan. That looks like it might be it. It's not 2. It's not 3, I don't think. Right. Oh, no, okay, so not 4. The Church of Friends and Truth. I think it was the first one. I think it was that. I was seeing what his name was. It's for that the leader Shoko Asahara. Let me Google that name and double check. Yep. So this guy is named Shoko Asahara. And this guy ran an actual cult. And everything you see in this is based on a real thing. So this actually was a side quest in 0. And for anyone who's lurking, I'll lurk down, or maybe you'll remember, it's a video by Akidiris. This is Japan's most evil cult. And it probably was. I don't think there was that many evil cults in Japan, so to speak, but that would probably be the worst one. I'm gonna hope I'm gonna double check that's the right link. Yes, it is the right link. Okay, so yeah, check that out. It'll tell you more about it. Just know, that guy, piece of shit.
And necessary side quests, which allow the player to engage in a variety of small stories, ranging from pizza delivery to replacing a phone battery. That one's a little boring. You can even roleplay as a Persona fan by following a child around the city. Often,
that was fucking Daigo. Bro, it is so weird seeing Daigo in 0. And then you see Daigo as like the current fucking Sojo clan leader for like 5 maybe games repeatedly.
These quests will have entirely unique fights and challenges, accompanied by complex moral judgment and logic puzzles. In one instance, I was given the task of infiltrating the cult of Munan Chohept Onas.
Yeah. There you go. I just talked about it. It's actually a real cult.
Whereupon I had to learn the practice of Shurapipi, the acquisition of Kulipas, and the greeting of Munancho, at which point the game tested me on their exact definitions. I promptly beat their leader to death. In another instance, Kiryu teams up with the famous movie director Steven
Yeah, they didn't do a good job naming him a different person. That's obviously Spielberg. But it's so funny that they tried.
Known for his hit film, Indian Jeans, to complete
yeah, that's right, they called it Indian Jeans. Oh, bro, this game is a fucking masterpiece. Please buy Yakuza 0.
music video with famous international pop star Miracle Johnson. I was hired to beat the extras to death. Now that I think about it, every side quest ends with a trip to the hospital, except for the pizza one. That ends in love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. This stands in stark contrast to the actual plot of the game, which is played completely straight. Taking everything I've said before into account, you might think this is weird, and sometimes it is. One day, you might be saving a helpless blind woman, and the next, abandoning her so you can play Idolmaster for several days. I'm sure that she'll be just fine. But funny anecdotes aside, there is an abundance of real drama and emotion here. Of all the things I expected this game to be, sad was not one of them. Neither did I expect a believable love story or the murder mystery. This game is downright determined to constantly surprise you, even if it has to stop making sense. In Majima's story, we are sent to kill a buff Chinese man before fighting him, teaming up with him to save the innocent, and then fighting him again. But I changed my mind. This exact arc happens with 3 separate characters. characters. And that's just Majima's story. In fact, despite the game being called Yakuza 0, Kiryu leaves the family in Chapter 1. Then he fucking rejoins it.
Bro, he's done that so many times. Kiryu is so indecisive on what he wants. Do I want to be Yakuza? Oh no, I just want to be a civilian. I'm tired of kicking ass. I just want to enjoy a peaceful life. But then the peaceful life doesn't stay. I end up coming back to Kamurocho each time. Which it sucks me back in. Each time. And then I get involved. Because I keep coming back. This is a complaint I had with Kiryu for a very long amount of time. And I still have that complaint with him, but I don't need to complain about him anymore because he's not the main protagonist anymore. Ichiban is. And since Yakuza 7 came out, Ichiban is the new protagonist of Yakuza.
Every antagonist has so much goddamn personality that you just don't know when you're gonna be friends with them. Every man is vying for power and control, but each...
Have you seen that skit? That's funny he did that. That was a funny edit. I'll show you real quick. But that was where that edit came from. And why it was played during the shooting of another person.
Then he fucking rejoins it. Every antagonist has so much goddamn personality that you just don't know when you're gonna be friends with them. Every man is vying for power and control, but each does it for their own distinct reasons. Wano is a Genshin Impact player who only desires money and women. Kuze is a boxer who wants to fight a lot. Shibusawa is obsessed with power, and Nishitani is the Joker. Enemies become friends, friends become enemies, and Kuze will not leave me alone. The only character who's actually not interesting is essentially Chinese Spider-Man.
Yeah, accurate.
Holy shit, whose defining feature is that he's ugly, unless you played the Chinese version of the game.
Yeah, the Chinese version has some very different, weirdly enough.
Then he's weirdly handsome and also on the cover, but even when playing in the most serious...
Let me see the cover, because I haven't seen the cover. I only seen a difference.
version of the game. Then he's weirdly handsome.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's in the cover too, and he's very much different like that.
And also on the cover, but even when playing in the most serious of circumstances, the game still catches you off guard. A tense deal with a Yakuza boss can change seemingly at random into a ridiculous combat encounter fighting 90 enraged apes, or in the case of Majima, a visit to the CIA becoming a fever dream in which you have to fight the buff cross-dressers. The game...
You haven't heard the song they're playing in the background right now. That was Miracle Johnson. Miracle Johnson is just a fucking Yakuza 0 Michael Jackson. Is a 0 Miracle Johnson song. It's literally just a Michael Jackson parody. So yeah, there was also a whole side quest in a Zero, which involved Michael Jackson being in the game. It's great. Buy Zero. I don't know how many times I'm gonna end up saying that before the video's over.
Cares more about good gameplay and fun story than actually making sense. It's quite refreshing. When Yakuza gets serious, it really means something, and when it's being silly, it's absolutely cathartic. Everything has impact, unless it's a gun. We haven't killed anyone, by the way. All in all, Yakuza is more true to life than any other game I've ever played. Not by making sense or being realistic, but emotionally. At the beginning of this game, Kiryu is just kind of a cool buff guy, but after exploring his friendships, seeing him have fun and just interacting with people, I realized that this is much more. So when things take a bad turn and we're at our lowest point, you really feel it, more than almost any other game. Yakuza is about life, with all the beautiful ecstasy, awful tragedy, and everything in between. Fights are never just fun in Yakuza. They can be comedic, cathartic, or just really goddamn cool. Activities make you feel like a part of the world, and every cutscene is filled with emotion and personality. When I first played, I thought that Yakuza was all over the place, that it was somehow messy. But now I realize that life is fucking messy, and that's okay. I want to thank all of the Yakuza bosses who are using my channel to launder money, kind of like a pizza joint in New York.
like all of my patrons who are using me the launder money. Or how did he phrase it? That's really funny.
Is fucking messy, and that's okay. I want to thank all of the Yakuza bosses who are using
my channel to launder money. What a brilliant and creative YouTuber, man. I fucking love Max0r. He deserves way more subscribers than he has. And I know I'm saying that looking at his count being close to 900k, but I think, and I only be as truthful as I can, I'm not gonna say he should be the top, because fuck no, dude. He's great, but he's not. He has to be. I want him to be as a YouTuber with 3 million. I think he can do it. I think that's gotta be his peak, because I don't think he deserves any more than 3 million. I always try to say a YouTuber's worth is what they should have. I would say Max0r's worth is 3 million subscribers. He's too funny, too fucking hilarious to be anywhere under 1 million. And he should have no more than 3 million, because he's not better than 3 million. But he should be at 3 million.
My channel to launder money, kind of like a pizza joint in New York City. If you want to contribute towards the channel and facilitate all of our questionable activities, then I recommend taking a look at my Patreon down below. Thank all of you for watching and waiting, and of course, don't try to escape.
Oh, and they have fucking Akiyama playing it now. No, that's great. I like that, man. That means you're cultured, and I always think you were cultured, man. Go fucking... There's 2 things I want you to do before we end and raid someone else. First off, if you haven't already subscribed to Max0r, fucking do so. Do it, please. I'm gonna link his channel in the chat box there. And the other thing I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna fucking force you to get your fucking mom's credit card or some shit. Go buy... Do it. Do it. It is fucking $5. $5. It is always cheap. And it's on sale, but the base price, if you can't see it, that's $20. The game is fucking cheap. Go buy 0. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to share this. Copy page URL. Boom. 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 Buy it. Buy it now, you goddamn pussies. Go buy this game. I'm gonna fucking coerce you, and your mom's gonna blame me, your favorite streamer. And I'll be like, sorry, mama. I only tell people my own dead heart. So anyway, we're gonna go find a streamer to raid. Give me 1 second.